Leads. If you've ever seen the movie Glengarry Glen Ross, you'll know what leads mean. If you haven't, go watch it. It's a ridiculous sales movie. Leads are essentially what the goal of prospecting does. So prospecting is the process of generating leads. Prospecting identifies leads for the sales process. And what a lead is it's the nomenclature used to talk about an opportunity that you have. Those two words are sometimes synonymous, leads and opportunities. So essentially what you're doing is you're taking your target market and you're pushing them down from being pre-qualified to knowing that there's an element of interest. That level of interest changes depending on the type of lead you're generating. But that's the process. That's what generating leads is you're going from an unidentified market source, and then there's some action that happens that the target, the person or the company identifies themselves as being interested in your product. So that's what a lead is. It's the movement from the market area to the qualified area of your pipeline. Often, it's also how marketing judges their success or failure. This function is sometimes the marketing people that are doing it. And so whether they succeed or fail is how many leads they're generating and of what quality. So there's different ways to generate leads. You can buy them or you can generate them yourself. You can pay for them or you can go out and do a series of things to generate them on your own. Never ever stop generating leads in your sales process. Otherwise, your pipeline shrinks. The new opportunities you have come in and go down, and eventually, over a series of weeks or months, that will catch up to you depending on your sales cycle, and you won't have as many opportunities and you'll stop selling as many accounts. So lead gen is super important all the time. Try and track leads through close, which I'll show you in a second. That's important. And also know that there's an entire industry out there of paid lead gen services. Some are good and some are terrible. And it's sort of a wild west of folks out there saying that they can generate leads. So be wary of lead gen, although sometimes it can be very effective depending on your business. So let's talk about sort of what happens during the lead gen process and some good outcomes and some bad outcomes. Remember, generating a lead is taking it from the general market to the top of your pipeline, to identified as a target and qualified. You may have not even had a conversation yet, but that's a lead. So let's look at different campaigns over here. I'm going to use the word campaign. Your marketing crew, or you, if you're a founder, you're out trying to generate leads, and you've got 3 different ways you're trying to do it for this product. And let's say you've got 10,000 target customers for each one. One might be an email list. One might be you're doing some search engine work, search engine marketing, some paid search. And another would be you've got your personal network out there talking about your products and asking for referrals. So in the first case, let's say we do an email list here. We have 100 respondents to the call to action in the email list. 50 of them get down to the next level in our pipeline where we have a conversation. 20 of those folks are really interested in the product. 10 of them give us a verbal confirmation they want to buy it, and 8 of them buy it. So we generate a bunch of revenue. That's good. The ratio of how many people buy the product to how many leads I generated, and also to the general market that I was targeting with that lead gen campaign, those are the ratios I want to watch. It's how many people saw it, what was the result, how many people were interested. That's the first ratio. And then the second ratio is, you can do a series of them, but then how many people end up buying the product is the key concept there. So you can see these other 2 campaigns weren't as successful. This one I didn't identify as many people, and it just led to fewer sales. This one identified a lot of people, but nobody was really interested in the product. Nobody bought it. So those are the kind of things you want to look for when you're generating leads. How good am I at generating them, and what is the likelihood that those leads are going to end up in a sale? Remember, lead gen is very important to the sales process. Never stop doing it. It's essentially filling the top of the pipeline. It's turning someone from an unidentified member of your target market into a lead or a qualified opportunity.